What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Exoria. Oh yeah, guys. Last episode, we ended up making this electrostatic generator thing, which is kind of funny. You wear rubber boots, and you walk along this carpet, and you generate power. I've never seen anything like that before. So you can see, like, as I move around, the RF on the meter there is going up. It's not a whole lot of power, but it is, good for early game, I suppose. I'm thinking this corner one doesn't... Is it just the ones along the side? Are those the only ones that do anything? It might just be those. I don't know. But it seemed like when I was walking on those corner ones, it wasn't really doing anything. So yeah, it might just be the ones that touch the block directly like that. Anyway, so we have a fairly simple way to generate small amounts of RF. We're going to be wanting to find better ways of doing that in the future. But before we jump into that for today, I kind of wanted to backtrack to the magical life section here. We had completed a lot of these things, but we got stuck at the point where we had to make magical steel, right? So this wanted us to make a sleeping bag, a teru bozu, whatever the heck that is, I don't know, and then mana steel. Mana steel is something that we could not make before because we need steel. Mana steel does require us to use steel in this mod pack, I do believe. Yeah, steel ingot. You can't just throw iron in there like you can by default. So we have to throw steel into the mana pool. So yeah, we have steel. I crafted up a full stack of that. I think we talked about that a little bit last episode, how I switched over to charcoal instead of using the other coal, the coal coke, just because we have plenty of charcoal. It's super easy for us to get it. All right, so let's just come out here real quick. We will throw a piece of steel in there, and there is one mana steel. I think that's all we needed to complete that portion of the quest. So the teru thing, I have no idea what this thing is. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. That requires us to have mana weave cloth and then a spark. We have plenty of sparks. Mana weave cloth requires a mana steel nugget and then mana infused string. Okay, so we need 8 string. I believe you just throw string into the mana pool as well. So let's do that real quick. Okay, let me through. And there we go, cool. So we also needed mana steel nuggets. All right, so there is that thing. So there is one of those, and wrap it with this. And there is our mana weave cloth, and we can throw that in there with, what was it? A spark, right. Spark, we have plenty of them. All right, so there is the thing. No idea what it is. Can you place this in the world? What does this thing do? It looks very creepy. Okay, we won't place that in the world anymore. I'm not really sure what this thing does. I think it probably shows in the Lexica Botania. I should probably look that up, to be honest. Anyway, going back to the quest book, we had one more portion of this to do, and that is a sleeping bag. Right, so that is just some more mana weave cloth. So now we need 16 more string, which we don't have. I do believe we can do one of these numbers, though, to get string. There it is. Put that away. So there's 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we're good with that. Let's throw this into the mana pool. Awesome. We already have the mana steel nuggets, so we should be able to do that. Wrap it with this. Do some of that. And 3 of those. There is our sleeping bag. Awesome. So there's a quest that is now complete. That wasn't so bad. Okay, so now that one's done, that unlocks experience. There are no rewards for this, just progression. Experience says, I've gathered so much experience. Actually, hold on, back up. Did this say what the thing did? Did I just ignore that? No, okay, so that's just talking about, wait a second. So many useful things. One of them even allows me to get rid of acid rain if I feed it sunflowers. Okay, so this thing must stop the rain if I give it a sunflower. Got it. Okay. Moving on. Experience. I've gathered so much experience. I should put it to good use. I've read about an enchantment table. With it, I can supposedly enchant tools and armor. Also, some mobs drop those ability totems. I read also about a container that I can use to enchant myself. If I combine 4 totems in a crafting grid, I get a random rarer one instead. And to store experience in liquid form, I can use a magical drain and a tank. Okay, so they were talking about ability totems. I don't think we've received an ability totem yet. I do not remember getting one. So let's look at tank. I had already made this before. I believe that's obsidian and glass panes. Yeah, so 4 obsidian, 5 glass panes. So there's 5 glass panes. Do we have any additional obsidian in here? It doesn't look like it. So I'm probably going to have to go mine some, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. We got the tools to do it. It just takes a few seconds. All right, so now we got the obsidian. We can just throw that in the crafting grid like so. With that, there is our tank. So that should complete that portion of the quest. Moving back over to it, XP drain. XP drain. So this is a little bit more complex. So that is 4 iron bars around a runic altar and a mana pylon. Do we have mana pylons around? Was that what was over at the Botania area? I honestly don't remember. Let's go over there real quick. We'll take a look. Okay, so we have Natura pylons here. We don't have the mana pylons. Well, we saw there was a way that we can craft those. That's not super difficult. We do need 1 diamond, 2 mana steel, and 2 gold to do such things. All right, so I think that's something we can work on real quick. Back to the home portal. I don't remember, though, how many diamonds we had remaining. We have 4. Okay, so we have that. We needed 2 gold, and then we need 2 more mana steel. It's all pretty easy stuff so far. Okay, so now we should be able to make ourselves a mana pylon. This thing... Oh, we didn't put the diamond in the mana pool. That will help. Diamond. Where'd it go? Give it to me. Okay, got it. Normally, when you throw an item in there and it gets changed, it just seems like it pops into your inventory. I guess I was just standing just slightly too far for that to happen. And again, it pulled the gold from the inventory. Okay, we'll put that over there. So there's our mana pylon. So iron bars, I do believe we had some. No, maybe not. I thought we had some. Okay, well, I can just craft those up. Not a huge issue. Maybe I got confused with the glass panes. So I went to go make iron bars, and that's not how you craft them. So that was made with iron rods. Right, we had to make the iron bars for the strainer stuff. Is that what it was? Yeah, it's been a little bit of time since we last did that because we've been using the ore berries. I was like, I remember making these, but I don't remember where they are. Okay, so is there an easier way for us to make these, or do we have to melt down the iron? So there's the immersive engineering in this one. That's no recipe. This is the only recipe we have. So it looks like we do have to do in the metal caster. So that's 72 millibuckets per. So that means 1 ingot turns into 2 rods. If we had this would be easier, but we don't. So we got to do it this way. Right, so we need to take 3 iron ingots, melt them down. So we're going to need some fuel to do that. Let's grab charcoal, not coal. Should be more than enough. All right, so we'll put the fuel in there. We'll put the, well, let's not put anything anywhere yet. Let's do that, okay? And then we will put the 3 iron in there. So we got to wait for that to melt all the way up, or heat all the way up, and then take its sweet time to melt. We'll be back. Well, we get our first use out of our sleeping bag. So this one doesn't appear to have a durability on it. Some of the sleeping bags that I've used in the past do. So that one seems to be unlimited use. Yeah, I just warped back here to the Botania area after we made our iron bars, and it was acid raining in my face. So that wasn't very nice. Anyway, we need to make the XP drain. So again, we need to do 4 iron bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just queuing those right on there, plus a mana pylon. Sounds like everything is good to go, and then it needs mana going into it. Now, we do have mana spreaders here, but we don't have any mana pools. I have just now noticed this. Yeah. So, let's go to another spot. I'm not sure where we're gonna go. Let's just choose, like, I don't know, how about... We need to go to one of these home portals, really, is what we need to do. So any one of these, this is not our base. Any one of these, we can just take one of these mana pools, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter which one we take. I don't know if we need the nature pylons. Doesn't seem to affect this portal at all either. We'll just leave that alone. I think all we need is just this mana pool. So now that we have that, we can head back to the Botania area here. And all we gotta do is throw the mana pool next to one of these mana spreaders. So I think right here would work. Yeah, so that's now sending mana over there. I could speed this process up by grabbing a few more of these mana spreaders. Does it show the percentage? Why does it show an X on there? I'm not sure. Oh, okay, so now the bar is moving. I didn't see that before, but yeah, on the XP drain itself, you can see that little bar kind of changing color there. Anyway, we're over halfway done with this process. If I put a mana pool on each one of these, this would go 4 times faster. I should probably go and get a mana pool for each one of these, right? And then later on, we should be able to upgrade these mana spreaders to a higher quality one, which will send more mana, and then we can also put lenses on them so it sends even more mana. So that'll be something we look at in the future. I'm not really sure if these Natura pylons do anything other than looks for us at the moment. Anyway, so this thing is all done. We just need to queue a living rock on there and right click it with the wand of the forest. And there is our XP drain. Very good. So that's all done. We can just leave this exactly as it is and go back to the base. So now that we're at the base, we can take a look at the XP drain. We have 24 levels on us. And if we put that there and put the drain on top of it, we should be able to stand on that, and that'll start removing our XP. Yeah, and filling up that tank full of it, and then we can store that tank somewhere. I do believe you can right-click on this to get levels back. Yeah, you can right-click to get levels back, which is pretty cool. So store them in there. You could put the tanks together and it makes a bigger tank, and you can right-click anywhere on them to get the XP back. Okay, so that holds a decent amount, not a whole lot, 16 buckets worth. And then we can take the rest of them and put them in there if we want to. Okay, very good. You know what, I'm just gonna leave that there. I was gonna break it, but let's just leave it. So now that we have that portion done, what else can we do here? Magical life, experience. So we need an ability bottle. Ability bottle. No idea what this thing is. Okay, so that is an elf glass flask, gold, and another mana pylon. Okay, well, we know how to make those. That's pretty simple. We're starting to run low on diamonds, but we can always get more. I think we had some more of the diamond dust stuff around that we can put through our condenser. Fairly certain we did. Anyway, so 2 more gold and then 2 more steel. Right, it was steel? Yeah, mana steel, okay. Just making sure I wasn't going to waste steel needlessly. So steel, diamond, mana pylon. Mana pylon. So there's that guy, and then back to the ability flask. So we need 1 more gold ingot and then an elf glass. Let's take a look at this guy because this is different. So elf glass comes from mana quartz and mana powder plus glass. Okay, mana quartz, just regular nether quartz into the mana pool. How many of those are we going to need? It's 1 per 1. Okay, so we need 3 nether quartz. Do we even have nether quartz? Okay, that's... I don't remember if we've even gotten nether quartz at all in this playthrough. How do we get nether quartz here? Is that a condenser recipe? Crushed quartz in the condenser. Okay, well, we do have crushed quartz. Let's take 4 of those. We'll throw them over here and get this thing going, since that will take a little bit of time to get this done. How are we doing on our crystal shards? That's full. Ah, yeah, that's right. I filled this all the way up. I forgot about that. That was a little bit ago, and we haven't done any more condensing since then. Okay, so there is 1 quartz. We needed a total of 3 of those. What was the other thing that we needed here? The mana powder. So we can get that from gunpowder, redstone, glowstone. I'm trying to think. Probably glowstone would be the easiest way for us to do this at this point. We don't have a lot of redstone, and we have plenty of these. We can grow them. All we gotta do is just put it on the crushing table and crush it with the hammer, right? So it's not a huge issue for us to do that. So there's 1. All right, so we're gonna have to make another one of these hammers here very soon. But yeah, we can take that glowstone and just throw that over here into the mana pool. Whoops, if I can aim properly. There we go. So there is 3 mana powder. We need to go grab our 3 nether quartz. And do I have any glass remaining, I wonder? Glass remaining. We We do. Okay, very good. I don't know if we have to use a clear glass or the vanilla glass. We'll just go that route. Let me go through the nether quartz over here as well. We'll do one of those, and there is elf glass. All right, so that was easier than I was expecting it to be. So we just craft that like so, just like you're making a glass bottle, except we're making it out of elf glass. Very good, so that's done. So we have the mana pylon, we have the elf glass, we need 1 gold ingot. And we are off to the Botania area. One more time, hold on a second. No, we do need a living rock, which we have on us. Okay, we are off to the Botania area. So again, right click, or not right click, Q, Q, and a Q. So is this one gonna take a while? Yeah, you can see the bar moving very slowly. I think what I'm gonna do, let's just go over to one of these areas. It doesn't really matter which one we go to. Oh, no, I guess it does matter. We have to go to one of the ones that actually has the mana pools. I don't like how you have to wait when you use this warp thing. I mean, I guess I understand it. It's a little bit of a balance thing, but like I want to come over here, grab something, and then go back. And now I gotta wait a few minutes. These are the things that we needed, right? The nature pylons. I guess I won't be crafting those in the future. We should just scavenge these. And then I guess I can also take this too. So we have another one of those for the future. All right, so going back to the altar, we'll put another one of these mana pools right there. Okay, so now we should be going twice the speed. We'll be going a little bit faster. It'll go a lot faster once we get those other two, the mana pools that we need. But anyway, this is almost done, so we should just right-click that on there and get ready to right-click it to complete the recipe. It is kind of weird. Well, maybe not. I was going to say it's kind of weird that the icon there kind of shows the XP drain and the ability potion on top of each other. Is that what this? No, it is kind of like doubling that up, isn't it? That's kind of odd. Anyway, so here's this guy. The ability bottle. Yeah, I still don't know what this thing does. So we right click on it and we got an interface here, but I honestly don't know how this thing works because we've never gotten an ability totem as far as I know. Okay. Well, anyway, back to the quest. Magical life, experience, enchantment table is the very last thing it wants us to do here. So another mana pylon, and then 4 more obsidian and a book. Okay, well, let me go mine that obsidian and get the rest of these things together, and we will be right back. Yeah, those nature pylons are not something we needed. I was thinking that was what we were using. These things, I don't know. I thought they were the same. They're not. Mana pylons, so I had to make another one of those, use another diamond, make some more mana steel. I did collect the other 2 more mana pools. So we have 4 of those going now. So that's going significantly faster, which is really, really awesome. Yeah, that makes this a lot easier for us. And it is now done. Very good. Okay. We do have a problem though. I am out of the stone, so we have to make more of the living rock. I don't remember what it takes. It's been a minute since we last did that. That is just regular stone around these pure daisies, and we do have 2 of them. All right, well, gotta go do that. We'll be back. All right, so there's our living rock. We have that all done, so we should just be able to place it there and right-click it finally with our wand. All right, so there is the enchantment table. Okay, so that should now complete the quest. Experience complete. So if we go back to our quest book here, we should be able to go to magical life, experience. Yeah, that is all done now, which is great. We don't get a reward, and it doesn't look like that unlocked anything further, but that is the end of the line that we can do here for this section. Yeah, so bees are going to be like the final thing if we even get into them. I don't know if they're required for this pack or if it's completely optional. If it's required, we'll do it. If it's optional, we'll see. Okay, so moving on. Under the powering up section, I did notice that we have applied Energistics 2 stuff here, this charging thing. This is something I'm kind of interested in. I'm not sure, though, if we're going to be able to get into applied Energistics this early, or if this is just to make, like, charge Certus quartz for something that requires that. Yeah, I don't know. So it says with the 2 big requirements, power and steel, I now can construct a charger that charges Certus quartz, which I will need to make Fluex crystals. for better power options. To make Fluix crystals, I need to throw charged Certus quartz and redstone into water. With Fluix crystals, I can now make magnets. Well, magnets are pretty awesome. So we need to make the charging station. And that is made, no, that's not what it's called. It's called a charger, isn't it? Charger. That is made with steel and 2 Certus quartz. That is pretty easy. We should be able to do that right now. I'm very certain that we already have the Certus quartz crystals. So if we come over and check the old Chesterino, I'm not seeing any Certus quartz. Maybe I'm wrong. So is that, how do we get these? Condenser, Certus quartz dust. Do we not have Certus quartz dust yet? Let's take a look. So we get that from the sieve, Certus quartz dust. I'm not seeing it here. So what does it take to get that? Let's go back one more time. Condenser, Certus quartz, going to the sieve. We get that from fiber, mesh, and dust. Is that the only way? I have a, I just got a new kitten the other day. And now the kitten is on the desk and attacking my mouse, so it's making things very difficult for me to go through these menus. So Certus quartz dust, so fiber mesh, was it? That's the only, well, no, there's another tab here. Flint or fiber. But I don't recall ever getting this before. Maybe we've never sifted dust with either of those meshes before. I definitely don't, no, I do. Okay, we only had 3 of them. That's why I didn't see it. Anyway, so we should be able to take that and throw it over here into our condenser, which should condense it down into at least 2 crystals, and we should be able to move on from there. So we're going to wait for this to happen. We'll make the charger, and then we will continue on. Okay, so now we have our Certus quartz, so that should allow us to continue on here. So we needed that mixed with a little bit of steel. And there's our charger from Applied Energistics 2. Ah, yeah. Okay, so we have that. Now the next step is that we are going to have to charge these crystals, I do believe. And I think the charger, if I remember right, can just run off RF. It does not need to be touching like Applied Energistics power. So that did drain some of the power here. We can charge that back up with our rubber boots. There it is. And then we just take a crystal and we throw it in there. And after a random amount of time, it turns into a charged crystal. All right, so now that we have that, what was the next step that we needed to do? Let's go back to powering up and take a look. So charger, we have the charged Certus quartz crystal. Now we need a Fluix crystal. So that's a redstone, nether quartz, and the charged quartz. Do we have any more nether quartz? Do we have extras over here? I feel like we probably had some extras around. Yeah, so all 3 of these need to be dropped into water. I'm trying to think where the best spot for us to put down some water would be. Let's just remove a block here and just make this super simple. Okay, so we do that, Q, and after a few seconds, we should get Fluix in our inventory. There it is, very good. All right, let's place that back down so we don't have a hole in the floor. Cool, so we have Fluix. That's the first step of Applied Energistics, but that's going to allow us to make a magnet. I'm not sure what the magnet is used for just yet, so let's take a look. Magnet. The magnet that we're trying to look for is this one. I was like, I see all these magnets. Yeah, this one right here. Magnet for magnetic craft. So that requires us to have 4 Fluix and 4 redstone. Well, we don't have 4 redstone on us. How did we do the redstone? We have to do magma rack plus dust pile in the alloy kiln. Did we have any extras over here? Let's take a look. No. Okay. Well, I need to make some more of that stuff because we just had the 1 piece of redstone remaining. Yeah, definitely not enough for what we needed to do. So we need dust and we need... I know we crushed up a little bit of dust specifically for something along those lines last time. I'm not sure if we have any dust remaining. It's not really looking like that. Okay, well, I got a little bit more stuff to do here. But I tell you guys what, I think we're going to wrap the episode up here for today. We were able to get some things done. We got ourselves an enchantment table. We checked out the liquid XP. We got the XP drain going. We stepped into Applied Energistics a little bit. And we used RF for the first time. Yeah, so we got a few things going on here. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just going to take a little bit too much time for the amount of time that I have to record today. to complete this. But yeah, we'll get that knocked out. And it looks like we are going to be getting into... Ooh, this is going to be good. Faster processing. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. It looks like we're going to be able to start progressing a little bit faster, and hopefully, yeah, we'll be jumping into tech progression here fairly soon. I'm sure some of these things are going to unlock that section in almost no time at all, which is awesome. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.